Hi, everybody. Today, we are going to talk about change your habits, change your destiny. This is the topic that we are going to talk to today. The surprising power of small habit changes. This is the topic. It's very common to overestimate the importance of big defining moments and how the impact of small daily improvements. Whatever it is losing weight, starting a business, writing a book, or achievement, any other goal. We pressure ourselves to make an improvement so big that it shake the planet, and everyone talks about. And on the other hand, small 1% improvements are barely noticeable, but in the long run, they can be far more significant. The difference is that small improvements can lead to truly surprising changes. The math of small improvements works as follows. For example, if you manage to be 1% better every day for a year, you will end up being 37 times better at the end of that period. On the contrary, if your behavior deteriorates by 1% every day, by the end of the year, you will have to drop it to zero. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the effect of your habits multiply as you repeat them day after day. When we look back over the last 2 or 5 years, we realize and are often surprised by the value of good habits and the negative cost of bad habits. This can be a difficult concept to appreciate in daily life because we frequently diminish small changes since they don't seem to matter much at that moment. We make small changes, but the result never appear immediately. This discourages us and leads us back to our old routines. Okay? Unfortunately, the slow pace of transformation also makes it very easy to fall back into bad habits. The impact created by a change in our habits is similar to effect or altering the course of an airplane, for example. Imagine you are flying from Los Angeles to New York. If the pilot departing from Los Angeles adjusts the direction just 3.5 degrees to the south, the plane will arrive in Washington, D.C. instead of New York. In the same way, a small change in your daily habits can lead your life to a completely different destination. Making a decision that is 1% better or 1% worse may not seem important to a given moment, but over the course of all the moments that make up a lifetime. These decisions determine the difference between the person you are and the person you could become. Success is the product of our daily habits, not of drastic once in a lifetime transformation. You should be concerned about the trajectory you are currently following. That is very important. If you are a millionaire and you spend more than you earn each month, you are on a bad trajectory. If your spending habits do not change, you will not end well. If you want to know where your life is heading, all you have to do is follow the curve of small gains and losses and project how your daily decision will behave over 5 or 10 years. Do you spend less than you earn each month? Do you go to the gym several times a week? Do you read a book and learn something new every day? The small battles we win each day are the ones that defining our future. That is very important. Time magnifies the gap between success and failure and multiplies whatever you repeat frequently. Good habits eventually becomes your allies. Bad habits end up becoming your enemies. For other hand, we're going to say, or we're going to see what say the word, the God of word. For example, Song of Songs 2:15 say, catch for us the foxes, the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, for our vineyards are in bloom. This speaks about warding against small bad habits when you are starting something. Otherwise, you will not produce fruit. For our vineyards, when we read, for our vineyards are in blood, this means the vineyards are in their early stage, which requires care, attention, and good habits in order to grow and bear fruit. Good habits are developed through discipline, consistency, self-control, and character. Let's talk about discipline and consistency. For example, discipline and consistency, the word said, Proverbs 6:8, say, go to the end, you sluggard, it stores its provision in summer, it teach for safe, consistent work and responsibility. Proverbs 12:1 said, however loves instruction, loves knowledge. And that talk about the encourages the habit of learning and accepting corrections. Okay, for other hand, we said we talk about the self-control and character. Proverbs 25:28 said, like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. And this talk about the highlights the importance of self-control. Wise use of time. Ephesians 5:15-16. Be very careful then how you live, making the most of every opportunity. Promotes habits of organization and daily wisdom. Work and effort. Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord. And this talk about the encourages excellence and consistency in work. Okay, guys. What does progress consist of? Well, cancer, for example, is undetectable for about 80% of the time from when it begins until at certain point it destroys to the body within a matter of bones. Bamboo, for example, is barely visible during its first 5 years. During that time, it develops a complex root system that once of matters allows it to grow more than 2 meters in less than 6 weeks. Similarly, habits often seem to cause no change at all until reach critical point at their soul that triggers a high level of performance. And in the middle stage of any behavior, there is often a valley of a disappointment. We expect progress to be linear and upward, so it is very frustrating when over days, week and months, the change seem to not to work, and we feel stuck in the same place. This is the hallmark of a cumulative process. The most powerful results take time and are delayed. This is one of reasons why it's too difficult to develop lasting habits. People make small behavioral changes, see no tangible results, and decide to quit. I've been running every day for a month and I don't see any change. When this kind of throws take over, it is too easy to abandon good habits. For habits to truly create change, they must persist long enough to get a pass of plateau where not visible change occur. Well, my classmates, I think that this is my presentation. I hope the teachers can give me a good qualification. Thank you very much. My name is Jorge Alberto Virgen Mendez, and thank you very much.